Robert's Over Classic Rocks 96.7. The Eagle with Sweet Home Alabama from Leonard Skinner. It's Double T, and I've been waiting all morning for the sexiest, well, one of the sexiest men of Rockford, Illinois, Miles Nielsen. How are you?
Well, how could I be bad?
Right. I mean, we have to talk about this. You were nominated by our sister station down the hall, ZOK, to be as one of Rockford's sexiest men, and you made it to the final two.
Yeah, man, how about that? Somehow I feel like my mother had something to do with this.
Did she have all her friends voting and everything for you?
No, I think she just binge voted, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. You know, when I'm out in public in the last, 5 days, you would be surprised how many people thought it was my idea. That I would be giving me grief about it. I was like, man, I had something to do with this. I'm sitting around going, have you seen me with my shirt off? I want to be in this contest. I feel like I could really add something to this sexiest man thing.
Because you've always thought yourself as a sexy man, haven't you?
Oh, man, like crazy. The other day I went to the Y, once this contest, of course, was underway, and I was realizing I was in the top 4.
Right.
And I was like, I just showed up at the Y. Normally, I wear those, compression legging things. Basically, they're tights. Mm-hmm. But I usually wear shorts over them. Well, the other day I went to the Y and I just completely left the shorts out of the equation. And I didn't even realize it until 4 games of basketball in. And I looked down from getting a drink of water. Yeah. And I'm running up the stairs and I'm like, where are my shorts? Where are my shorts? And I realized that I forgot to put my shorts on. Maybe it was just this whole thing is going to my head.
You're feeling comfortable in your sexy world.
And I said to one of my friends, I said, did you realize I just didn't have shorts on? He goes, well, I was going to say something, but I thought you were kind of going for that T.O., kind of thing. Because, but I mean, that guy's body, whoa.
But that's kind of the thing now. A lot of athletes are doing that. Yeah. They're just wearing
my body is slightly more dad bod, non-athletic.
Right.
Just that musician's, golfer's physique, so.
Well, you're on the road a lot.
But the tights help, make you feel like you got it together. You know? It's like a girdle or something.
It makes you look tight.
Yeah. Is a girdle still a thing? What do they call those?
I don't know. Is there a girdle anymore?
I don't know. Girls, we need to know. Guys?
Anybody know? Girdle?
Bueller?
Yeah, what are those things called?
There's something. There's Spanx or something like that for sure that exists. That I mean, not that I've put them on more than a couple times, but
well, you got to look good when you're playing live. So speaking of those tights and looking good, will you be wearing those on Friday night at Veterans Memorial Hall?
Well, the question is, will I be wearing anything after this whole thing is right?
You might have to be topless.
It's uncovered a whole new side of me, I'm really going for it. I'm tweeting at Blake Shelton, saying I'm coming for you, bro.
You're right. A lot of people weren't happy that he was the people's sexiest
I'm trying to get at Gwen Stefani,
Oh, I get it.
I think
you got what it takes.
My hair these days is kind of Gavin Ross stylish.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. You're really rugged looking too.
Yeah,
with the unshaven look.
It's hunting season, so I'm going for this.
And you've got the thicker mustache than the beard.
Yeah. This is really thought out.
Yeah.
We've got a team of stylists on this.
You've been working on a new look. I understand because you got to be out there.
Well, let's not talk about me. Let's talk about you because I have seen you at the YMCA recently.
Yeah, I know. We ran into each other twice.
Yeah. And I'm like,
don't tell people.
Yeah. Well, someone asked me the other day, is that Double T? I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Sometimes you just have to get up off the couch and do something.
I was happy to see you there, I would say. It made my 2 days brighter knowing that Double T was getting his workout on.
And I was thinking, I'm like, okay, if Miles Nielsen is here, and he's one of the sexiest men in Rockford, I'm like, it's got to be working. Yeah. So the only thing is, I'm not ready to get into the hoops games yet. I gotta work my way into that.
You gotta be willing to sacrifice your body. I don't know. I'm figuring, though, since I made the top 2, and I'm pretty sure that Chief Dan O'Shea is taking home the reins of the sexiest man.
For so many reasons.
Yeah, for so many reasons. A man in uniform. Plus he can, literally pistol whip anybody. There's something sexy about that for sure.
Right. I mean, and Steve and Mandy have to get through town without getting pulled over every other block.
But I'm like, this works way to my advantage. Everyone loves the underdog, so you're number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, I can just, if I do happen to get in trouble, I think maybe I could get a direct contact with him and just say, like, hey, man, we were in this together, bro.
Right.
Kind of let you win, you know?
And you look at it like, you know, in American Idol and contests like that, a lot of times the runner-up does a little bit better.
Yeah, so I'm thinking this is really working for me. Plus the T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Second sexiest man in Rockford. That's great. And you don't want to put sexiest man alive. I mean, right. So, yeah.
So like, people are like, if you're the sexiest, people are like, he's, you know, conceited.
And what really,
but
I mean, how does this contest really even work that I get nominated for this anyway?
I have no idea.
A couple friends that are literally male models that live in town that like weren't even.
And the guy in the room next door, Captain Jack, who like works out 5 times a day, he wasn't even allowed to be nominated.
Right. Well, clearly he just crushed the competition, literally and figuratively.
It's Double T, Miles Nielsen, hanging out. So let's talk about the show a little bit. Friday night, Veterans Memorial Hall.
Yeah.
This is the annual after Thanksgiving show.
It sure is. We, let's see, 7 p.m. doors, 8 p.m. show. It's just an evening with.
Okay.
So it's just us, the Rusted Hearts. So far, we have a few guests showing up.
Oh, cool.
Let's see. You can get the tickets at rustedtrunk.com. If you get them ahead of time, you save $5 a ticket, which is, to me, $5 is a good discount.
Yeah, it is.
Day of show, you know, they're $20 at the door, $15 ahead of time. So
you put that extra money into some sort of beverage while you're there?
Yeah, for sure.
Or some merch, maybe?
Merch, yeah. I mean, even for $5, you could walk away with a couple items of merch at our little flea market that we have.
Really?
Yeah.
So you probably have some new stuff this time around.
We have a few new things.
Will the Nielsen shirt be
that's just a prototype.
Okay.
I threw it out there to see. You know, I generally like to make 1 or 2 shirts and then kind of see how they go. And if people write on the social medias that they like that shirt, then we'll press them.
It seems like there has been some love for it so far.
Yeah. Well, there's Nielsen's all across the world that actually have the same issue that I have of getting your name spelled with an O and not an E. So
I get it, because a lot of people spell my name with an I. My last name, Turin, instead of an E.
Really?
Or they'll add an extra R.
So I could see the R, but not the I.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about here? Swedes?
Yeah.
Norwegians?
I'm
Danish?
I'm Finnish.
Finnish? Okay.
Yeah, my dad was born in Finland, so.
You're the finisher.
Yeah. Now, will we be doing any celebration of your newfound sexiness?
Nah, well, maybe. I mean, I don't know. We could do like some introductions with a cape or James Brown kind of.
I think we should. And we're going to do something fun. Captain Jack and I will both be out there. We've been doing some fun things the last few years, so we've got something.
Yeah, I mean, we've done more. Actually, pre-sales have been great this year. We've sold more pre-sale tickets than we have any other year. So we're kind of encouraging people to get tickets ahead of time, because today's Monday, the show's Friday, and I mean, I think we had about 8 to 10 orders of tickets just overnight. So, you know, I woke up this morning to more PayPals and, you know.
Right.
I mean, it's a nice thing that people go out of their way to actually buy tickets ahead of time. That makes you feel like they actually want to be there.
Right, because not a lot of people do that anymore. They're just like, I'm going to show up, but then one of these days they're going to show up, and then they're not going to be able to get in.
Well, then they show up, and they're going to be like, well, I thought tickets were 15. It's like, no, 20 today, because you waited.
Right.
You know, so don't wait.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Get a deal. Miles Nielsen hanging out, and I just got a message from somebody listening, and they want to know about your love for Randy Rhoads when you were a kid listening to.
Oh man, yeah.
You know. I bet you can't guess who that was from.
No. Smokehouse.
Yep.
Smokehouse. Yeah, man. Well, let's see. D. You know, but I mean, there we go. Like Crazy Train. I mean, does it really get any better than Randy Rhoads?
Right.
I don't really know. I mean, he was writing like classical, thought out guitar solos inside of like what was considered heavy metal at the time.
Right.
You know? And then you think about like a song like D being on an Ozzy record.
Right.
You're like, what? This guy's transcending classical
It's
into
crazy.
like the guy that bites the heads off of bats. You know,
The good and evil.
I mean, it's like the light meeting the dark. You know, but yeah, I mean, I like Randy Rhoads. Definitely my favorite of the. It went Randy, then Zach.
Okay.
You know,
What about Jakey Lee? No love for Jakey Lee?
No, I mean, I went 1-2. I mean, isn't that how we do it now? Like first and second place.
I would, yeah. So you're like the Zach.
Yes.
The Rockford Sexiest.
Yes.
Man, Scott
I'm the
does.
Zach Wilde of Ozzy's operation. I don't know how we're going to turn this into that. Yeah, pretty much.
So, I mean, you're a Rockford guy. You grew up around here. What do you like to do on Thanksgiving? And what do you have traditions that you do still?
Well, you know, as you get older and families grow and things like that, you know, it used to be Thanksgiving was everyone together, and now it's like my parents every year, they flip. They do 1 year here in town, and then they do 1 year in London.
Okay.
Because they've got some good friends there. So I don't know how that's become a thing. It's like, oh yeah, well this is our year to go to London. I was like, whoa, hoity-toity. I mean, fancy.
What about us?
It's my year to go to Uncle Nick's. You know, like, no, I mean, I like to cook.
Right.
I like the tradition of, you know, putting football on and having everybody hang out. And,
right.
You know, I usually like when, you know, the family's sort of dwindling and people are getting tired and kind of drifting off, and then friends come over.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then it's like, then you stay up too late, and, you know, but...
And you get hungry and you're like, oh, we got some more food.
Yeah, we got tons of food. It's funny because my daughter, she's like, we were talking about Christmas.
Right.
And we decided that we're going to do taco bar for Christmas dinner.
That's a great idea.
And my daughter looked at us like, taco bar?
Right.
Really? She said, Daddy, can you at least make mashed potatoes? I was like, well, yeah, I mean, I could do that, but like, we're having taco bar. Because, I mean, who doesn't have tacos on Christmas?
But I think it's a great idea. In fact, I'm
Otherwise,
going to bring that up to my family.
Yeah, it's like, well, what does everybody in our family like? Tacos.
Right.
Let's make taco bar. That sounds great.
Your brother didn't have anything to do with that, did he? He seems
Actually, my older brother is the one who brought it up.
Really?
So Dax was even out of town. I mean, the taco lover of the family. Yeah.
That's great. There's a taco thing going on in your family. You guys all love tacos.
Yeah. We're definitely descendants of Mexico. Somewhere in line of everyone in our family is like, what could you eat every day? Mexican food for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I love tacos.
I mean, Mexican food's really just, it's genius. It's simple, effective,
right,
tasty.
And you can get what you want in it.
Yeah. And you can have like 4 different kinds of those things too.
Right.
You know,
and it doesn't,
street tacos.
And it's usually, pretty inexpensive.
Yeah.
Which is nice too.
Yeah. I'm taking a trip to Mexico this winter.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And from what I hear, the place that I'm staying is there's a taqueria like on the block, and it's 30-cent tacos.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. You can have like a crazy meal with drinks for like $12.
And you don't even have to wait till Tuesdays.
Right.
I mean, that's every day.
Yeah,
Here we just have it specials on Tuesdays.
This is every day.
I mean, in Rockford, everywhere has a Taco Tuesday special.
This is going to be Taco Week.
Yeah, see, now you're talking.
Yeah.
That's great. Miles Nielsen is my guest. So what about for the holidays? Not besides family stuff. Is there stuff that you like to do, places you like to visit? Hey, I like to go see the lights here. I got to have, Christmas cookies from here. Do you have any traditions here in Rockford that you like to do?
It's weird because we play so much around the holidays. So generally, like Thanksgiving, it's like the night before Thanksgiving, we're down in LaSalle playing, which is now, this will be, I think, the 4th year in a row that we do that. The night after Thanksgiving, we do the Memorial Hall show. The night after that, we're at the Castle Theater down in Bloomington. So it's kind of just become, we play shows.
Okay.
So we have that one holiday, we have Thanksgiving Day, which is like, don't leave the house, just hang.
Right.
Prepare yourself for 2 more shows after the show the night before. And then Christmas, there's always a Mary's Place.
Oh, that's right. I've been to that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good show. And then, traditionally speaking, I think I like to find myself in Uncle Nick's line at like 2-something in the morning. I've just done it since I was a kid, you know?
Right.
It's like,
oh, yeah.
Anymore, it's more of just the tradition of going there and doing that. And then, like, I end up going home and, like, putting the food in the fridge and then feeding it to the teenagers.
Oh, yeah. That's
just being like, I'm good. I don't even need to eat it. You know, that's more trips to the YMCA and just like, you know, as we're getting older, man, we got to take care of ourselves a little bit more.
I know.
Which is sad. I mean, I just assume beat myself up really bad.
Especially now when you're nominated for something like sexiest in Rockford.
Like leaving the house now is like, I can't leave the house without makeup on.
Right. You know? You got to be careful what you're eating, what you're doing, who you're hanging out with.
Right. Yeah, I mean, everything. You know, like... So I'm just I'm really like I'm spending a lot more time like in Ulta, you know, picking out beauty products and.
Are you conditioning?
Oh yeah, yeah. Right now, in fact, I've got hot rollers in.
That's why you're wearing the hat.
Yeah, I've got the hat on. So I've got. You should see what's going on under here. It's gonna be so nice.
It's Double T, Miles Nielsen hanging out. So big show Friday night after Thanksgiving. Tradition, just to go along with the turkey and the gravy and all that.
Who doesn't like good songs?
Right.
With turkey and gravy.
Now, if you guys could have turkey and gravy there, now that would be something.
It would be next level, but we're not, you know, that's health department things and, you know, codes.
Clean up, and it's such a nice place.
Yeah.
And
plus, like,
people and I, like me,
drizzle gravy down me.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to spill. You know I'm going to spill at some point, and so we don't want to do that.
That was one of my favorite nicknames of a guy in college. His name was Spill.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he spill a lot?
Yeah, he was wasted all the time. It's like, what a great nickname, though. Like, what's up, Spill? He was just like, hey, man, what's happening?
It's like son-in-law with Pauly Shore crawl, because he always crawled home.
So good. I was like, man, a good, solid nickname. You know, you can't beat a good, solid nickname.
Oh, yeah. They're tough to get, but once if you get one, it sticks.
I've never had a good, you know, I've never had one. Like, Miles is a hard one to, like, you know, people think it's funny when they say kilometers. You're like, that's the dumbest.
Were they confused when you were in Europe?
Well, I was confused, but not because of that.
Just other things?
Yeah. Because it was Europe.
Right.
And, you know, we maybe indulged too much.
That beer, it's very strong.
It's very good. It's very good beer. It's very good. You know, like, it got to the point in Europe when we were touring, it was like trying to save money. You know, we're like, all right, how do we save money? It was like the continental breakfasts in Europe are way different.
Yeah,
you're talking like great meats and cheeses and breads. So we would take basically a really nice couple pieces of bread, couple pieces of cheese, couple pieces of meats, and make sandwiches and put them in our bags.
I was gonna ask you,
why would we make lunch when we have lunch hidden in our bags? You know?
My grandma would go to buffets and she'd bring baggies with her and take stuff with her. You weren't supposed to.
Desperate times, man, call for desperate measures. Right. You know? So I mean, I haven't been to a buffet. You know, like an old country buffet, or I think isn't it Golden Corral?
Golden Corral,
something that has. I've never been to one, but it's been years. I just thought, like, people go to those still a lot, right?
Yeah. I mean, but they have it like if you want to eat healthy,
you can do it.
They have like the massive salad bar with all kinds of fruits and veggies and all that.
But man.
But, I mean...
You can walk by, like, the mac and cheese table.
Well, you're going to have to eat that for sure.
You can't not do
that.
And
the table with all the treats on it,
the only
and
guy
the
that's going to be able to refuse that's Captain Jack.
Right.
He's be like, no, I'm just going to have the baked fish and the chicken.
No, he eats chicken and rice. That's all he eats.
Well, there's a reason that he looks way better than you and I.
Wait a second.
Whoa.
Wait.
You know, coming from the sexiest man in Rockford.
Who does number 2 work for?
You know, I got bounced from that list, so you know. I was approached to be on this list. And then a day later I was told I couldn't be. So...
you know what? Thanks.
Something corporate.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Because you might have been 3, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Makes a huge difference now.
The chief.
We all know what number 3 is.
I think the chief requested you not be on that list.
I know. All of a sudden, Chief's like, yeah, he's out of here. So you're welcome.
Thank you, though.
I'm going to eat some baked fish.
Yeah. Which kind is it? Because don't eat the tilapia. That's what I've read.
All the kinds.
All right, so Friday night down at Veterans Memorial Hall. Doors at 7, show 8-ish.
Yeah, 8-ish. You know how that works.
Right.
You know, it's like Axl Rose time.
Right.
Is generally whatever.
I know, like,
and especially now with this contest and my newfound like gigantic ego. I'm going to do it whenever I want.
You'll still be in whenever I want. See, I've heard like Axl Rose, like they're supposed to go on at 8, but he's still in the air at 8. Right. So I'm going to say 8 o'clock. You're just getting into the Uber. You're not even there.
Yeah, or like the limousine with the hot tub in the back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. David Lee Roth style.
Yeah, or like Flavor Flav.
Okay.
You know, I'm thinking more Flavor Flav style, like
a Ric Flair.
Ooh. Yeah. That 30 for 30 was that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
10,000 women?
Yeah.
What? Mm-hmm. That's like at some point.
Right.
That's got to be
Steven Tyler's saying, not possible. So now, are you on Team Tyler or Team Flair?
I'm on Team neither.
You're on Team
I've
Miles.
got daughters.
Yeah.
I'm on Team, like, just be a nice guy, you know, and just... You know, it's not that time anymore.
Right.
Social media, you know, like when the guy for the Patriots, Edelman,
right?
They win the Super Bowl. He sleeps with the girl. She takes the photo of him in bed, and she's like, "Guess who I just slept with?"
Right. No,
that's what we're dealing with these days. Yeah. So we could actually bust Ric Flair out these days, but now it's just folklore. So it's like maybe it is real.
Right.
I mean, what's real? What's real? What's really real?
It's what you believe. If you believe it,
is the fish that Captain Jack's eating even real?
No,
it's just baked whey.
It's just chicken that looks like fish.
It's just
with rice.
It's
maybe beans. Sometimes.
It's just protein powder packed together to look like fish. That's why he's so gigantic. I mean,
I'm just going to say this.
That wasn't a fat joke.
There's no testing here, so he can.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he can. Yeah. Woo.
Yeah.
Good. I might try to get a job.
You're hired.
Is that of any kind? Any testing?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Like, right on.
Miles Nielsen, Friday night. Where do we get tickets?
www.rustedtrunk.com.
Come on out, see the show. It'll be fun. It's always a good time. Thanks so much for coming in.
Man, always a pleasure. And just, you know, I guess, I guess I'll probably see you at least one more time this week, for sure.
Very good.
Which means I'll see you Friday.
Okay.
If not at the Y. Prior to that.
Otherwise, have a great Thanksgiving.
You too, buddy.
It's Rockford's home for Classic Rock. It's 96.7 The Eagle.